Every Monday morning brings a clear slate and a fresh perspective. You don't have to see the whole staircase. You just have to take the first step. With that, I welcome you to yet another insightful edition of Good Morning Abuja, coming straight to you from NTA Channel 5, the Unity Station. My name is Joseph Aleke. I am so excited to be here today to present to you the amazing lineup carefully selected for your viewing pleasure. We'll start off with the motivational talk just to get you activated for the day. Let's have the motivational talk, and when we return, the show continues.
Marriage can be a beautiful thing, and sometimes it can be hell on earth. Now, why I need to share this is because people think that when you tell people that sometimes it doesn't work, you're advocating divorce. No, I'm not. But sometimes marriages don't work. Not because one person is bad, not necessarily, and sometimes one person is really bad, to be honest. But sometimes two good people may not make a good marriage because they don't fit. So sometimes marriages don't work, and it's allowed. You're allowed to call it quit and find happiness elsewhere if that's the best thing you can do for yourself. You're supposed to work on it. Go into therapy, go to counseling to make it work. But sometimes even after all that, it just doesn't work, and it's okay. Divorce is not the end of the world. It can be traumatic, it can be painful, and people will get hurt, yeah. But people do find happiness after divorce. Sometimes the first marriage didn't work, and the second could work, the third could work, or even the fourth. Again, I'm not saying they were kind all over the place. That's not what I'm saying, no. All I'm saying is that sometimes you can find love after divorce. Sometimes you can find happiness after divorce. Divorce is not the end of the world. No, it's not. Sometimes it's the beginning of something beautiful. But what's most important? Make your marriage work. Do the best you can. Put in every effort you can to make it work. And when it doesn't, it's okay.
That was the motivational talk, and it's actually good to get yourself activated with inspirational talk like the motivational talk we just have right now, just to get your day started away from all of the problems that have been dragging you down. Now, away from the motivational talk, whether you are in your sitting room, whether you are out already, or you are just trying to go out, or you are in your bedroom, join in the exercise. Let's get the body activated for the day.
Round 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Round 3. 3, 2, 1, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Round 5, halfway there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. round 6.
Welcome back from that exercise. I hope you joined in that exercise. It's very important to actually exercise your body, even if it's 2 or 3 minutes in a day, just to be fit for the daily activities. Remember, it's a Monday. You don't need to start the day with a very cool spirit. Start the Monday or start the week with a high or fit spirit. Okay, now let's have a feature on skills. When we return, the show continues. Please don't go anywhere. Now that was a feature on skills. Skill is very important, that you have at least 1 or 2 skill just to add up to whatever skill sets you have. Now you remember, it's even a time for the kids at home to learn 1 thing or 2 just to equip themselves for the growth or for the development of the nation. Okay, we are going to go for a short break. When we return, the show continue. Please don't go anywhere.
Welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are not ready to produce.
We've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
They know my story.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike!
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for zakah to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
It's time for us to say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host of the most, Omoide with Erese, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olamposi Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
I was tired of buying what everybody said. I wanted something new. And when I went to I decided to...
You're welcome to another wonderful episode of the #1 program for women by the women.
I learned it in art class in school, but they only taught us the basic of crocheting in school, and I was very interested and fascinated by it.
And for the women, you know, we are, let us start from our own part of the world. We are a woman, there's so much expectation.
Since on that very lovely and light note, I want to say thank you for being with us today. And tune in same time, same station next week on your #1 station, NTA Channel 5. Today is Tuesday and the time is 7:30.
Welcome back to the show. If you are just joining us, it is Good Morning Abuja, coming straight to you from NTA Channel 5, the Unity Station. It's good to know that you're still here with us. Remember, in the course of the show, I told you we're going to be having an insightful, educative conversation with our guests. Now is the time. We have a guest in the studio by the name Abiamowa Victory Chuguka with a stage name MC Mike Vic, right?
Mike Vic, yes. Mike Vic.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about behind the laughter, Nigerian's comedy industry. Good morning, sir. Good to have you on the show.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you doing
Thanks
today?
for having me here.
Okay, so when you talk about comedy, everybody feel it's something you have to laugh about,
yes.
Right? Okay, so let's talk about comedy. So what does it really take to build a sustainable career as a comedian in Nigeria today?
The first thing I would say is belief. If you believe in yourself that you can actually do it, that's the first conviction. And after that, consistency is what matters most. When you're consistent in your craft, keep showing up every time, then definitely you have a sustainable career when it comes to comedy. Comedy is not just something you start and stop. It takes time to build a successful career in comedy. You need to conquer your grassroots, you need to conquer your surrounding, you need to conquer your locality before talking about international. So it takes a lot, but with consistency, you arrive there.
Okay, so when you talk about consistency, now when you listen to comedy, you find out that comedy seems to be like rib cracking.
Yes.
Then you relate it to ability to or personality, or maybe you see somebody, you relate comedy to like laughing.
Yes.
So they'll actually see it as a career for someone to actually say, oh, comedy is something I'm actually going to look forward to go into since it's comedy.
Yes.
And some people relate it to laughter. So what do you think about something like that?
Comedy itself is any act that creates humor. Either you're acting, you're doing a stand-up comedy, as far as it creates humor, it's comedy. Now, making it something that will bring money to you is another important thing. Some people do it for fun, but in this part of the world, comedy is business. Now, you do comedy shows, you organize comedy shows, you organize festivals, you understand? And when it comes to skit making as well, you get paid from social media, you understand, from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and the rest of them. So comedy, it's indeed a successful career, and if you know what you're doing, there is massive income in comedy.
Okay.
To be honest with you, there is massive income in comedy. You've seen popular skit makers, you've seen stand-up comedians with their cars, their houses. Where do you think they make those money from? It's from comedy. You understand? When you know your craft, one thing is to know your craft and to know, okay, positioning. This is what I'm going to do to bring in the money. This is what I'm going to do to bring in the money. You might be funny and nobody knows about you. How do you expect that money to come? It won't come. You understand? Yeah. First thing is visibility. When you make content, you make use of your social media handles very well. You organize comedy events where people get to buy tickets to come to your shows. When people start seeing you and know what you can do, then brands start calling you for adverts and the rest, then money will just come in from all look and cranny. Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about evolution. How has Nigerian comedian evolved from the stand-up? You know, when taking us back to the time where comedy is just about stage, stand-up.
Yes. You know, comedy, talking about Nigeria, we started with a night of 1,000 laughs.
Yes.
Yes. And when people were doing night of 1,000 laughs, though it was bringing in income, but the visibility was not there.
Yeah.
You understand? It was not there. But as time goes on, we started noticing something. The Nigerian movie industry, like I said from the earlier on, that comedy is any act that brings humor. You understand? In the likes of Mr. Ibu and the rest, when they started adding humor in their acting and everything. Now, these are two different things. Stand-up comedy and acting. But then, the acting was getting more visibility than the stand-up comedy because you need to be physically present there.
There's a whole lot.
Yes, to watch a comedian perform as a stand-up act. But when it comes to acting and visibility, it goes like the audience is wide. So from there, the stand-up comedians were like, okay, since we are doing what these people are doing in another way, why can't we just
add a little bit
of acting to it and gain the visibility? And that's how it started. You get from their Mackenja, their Home of Laughter and the rest, you understand? Then from there, skit making started coming in, and from there, boom, the visibility and everything. If you see a comedian that's a stand-up comedian, a skit maker, to be honest with you, that person will see the limelight because you are not just doing stand-up comedy, but you also have the visibility to reach wider audience. So that's it. And from now, if you even noticed, aside skit making now, live streaming is also taking over. That's how it evolves, you understand? From stand-up comedy to acting, skit making, then now live streaming. People do funny stuff on live stream, and that's the order of the day right now.
So okay, does that have effect on people that are still carrying out stand-ups at this moment? Because when you talk about shifting from just illusion, from the stand-up to the skit making to content creating, so how do you actually go back to it? Because if you
see a comedian that's a stand-up comedian, a skit maker, to be honest with you, that person will see the limelight because you are not just doing stand-up comedy, but you also have the visibility to reach wider audience. So that's it. And from now, if you even noticed, aside skit making now, live streaming is also taking over. That's how it evolves, you understand? From stand-up comedy to acting, skit making, then now live streaming. People do funny stuff on live stream, and that's the order of the day right now.
So okay, does that have effect on people that are still carrying out stand-ups at this moment? Because when you talk about shifting from just a stand-up, then you're talking about the acting. Does anybody still do stand-up?
Yes, I'm a stand-up comedian.
So does it pay?
It does.
So talking from the trend, when you talk about the trend, the evolution, from the stand-up to the skit making to content creating, so how do you actually go back to it? Because if you, from what you've said before, I can actually relate that people are looking for visibility.
Yes.
Because if I'm watching a comedy skit, I'm looking at all the factors like the accent.
Yes.
So now when you relate it to the stand-up, there's no more visibility. Do you think it's going to still pay?
Now let me tell you something. Adaptation is what matters. As things are evolving, you as a comedian, you need to evolve. Environment, I would say.
The acting. Does anybody still do stand-up?
Yes, I'm a stand-up comedian.
So does it pay?
It does.
So like, talking from the trend, when you talk about the trend, the evolution, from the stand-up to the skit. Making to content creating. So how do you actually go back to it? Because if you, from what you've said before, I can actually relate that people are looking for visibility.
Yes.
Because if I'm watching a comedy skit, I'm looking at other factor like the accent.
Yes.
So now when you relate it to the stand-up, there's no more visibility. Do you think it's going to still pay?
Now let me tell you something. Adaptation is what matters. As things are evolving, you as a comedian, you need to evolve. Are we together? Now, you being a stand-up comedian, now with the introduction of technology and smartphones, from the comfort of any stage, you can be widely seen. You understand? That's one thing that was not there then. Then you need to have a production, then a cassette, you sell to people. But now, the live stream comedy events. You understand? While on stage, people can video you, they post it, you still get, okay, you are doing the stand-up, you're also getting the visibility from social media because when you post, people get to know you. You understand? And once they know you, and you start coming on live stream, you see. So everything has a starting point, you get, which is from the stand-up comedy, the skit making, the visibility, your live stream. In fact, everything is one. If you master this craft, you are not changing.
You're evolving.
You're evolving. You're adapting, and you're doing everything in a way it should.
Okay, so before we go for a short break, I want to talk about the challenges you're facing or other